your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame.
Okie dokie. I am tweak sounds a bit as usual. Alright, I think I got things where I want them. So hello, happy Tuesday. It's like, oh dude, what is today? So I made a little bit more progress on this yesterday. I did a little bit more of this pink here. I think yesterday final total was like 500 and something. Actually, I can look at my thing. I have my app up. It was... Boop, boop. I lied. 368. I can math. Which isn't bad at all. I had 565 the day before. Alright, let's see. Pattern keeper. Get my pattern up. Yeah. Worked on it a little bit last night. My hands have like spray paint all over them because I was spray painting some window thing. So we have like fake shutters on the front of the house. These like plasticky shutters. And I was touching them up with some black paint just to give them a little sprucing. Before I replace them, I put them back up. I took them down because, well, one was pulled down by a raccoon trying to climb up it. So that one, I have to do some repairs on it. But the other two I pulled down. I was hoping to get all 4 of the lower ones down and give them a little touch up. But I couldn't get the last one. So I only got 3 out of the 4. And I started, just kind of touching up with black spray paint. Just to give them a little spruce. Alright, let's see where we at. Yeah, otherwise, what else have I done today? Oh, I cleaned the stairs. I did, I think that's about it. Cleaned the stairs and spray painted those things, moved them around. I don't know, I've been kind of lazy today. Lazier than normal. I need to clean the bathrooms and, like, wash the bedding, but I can do that tomorrow. There's nothing pressing. And welcome in, Cook Crafter. Thanks for looking. I appreciate it. If you happen to come back and you want me to show you the Zinch army, Zinch, I'm probably saying it wrong, that I was painting, I could share that. I also have the 2 goblins I found that I think I might try for that base layer gobsmacked thing. I'll have to make a whatchamahoozy. What are they called? Command. That's the word I want. I'll have to make a command for it to share links and such, but yeah, I think I might give that a try, because why not? I could do the other one too, that was, there's another one that's available for, like, things you would find in a dungeon. I need to read the rules more carefully. I have all these cute little, metal minis, though. I don't have any more plastic minis. So I'd have to check. And I do have one little rock dragon, which technically could be used. He's a little 3D printed dude. Uh-oh. Hold on. 1, 2. Uh-oh, this one's in the wrong spot. This one right here is in the wrong spot. It's 1 too far over. Right? One. Yep, it's in the wrong spot. Darn it. Let me see what's going on the back here real quick. Yeah, darn it. Okay, hold on. It's this color. What we're gonna do, we're not even gonna bother doing anything too crazy. Thankfully, it's just literally one stitch. So that's a pretty easy little fix. Just grab a different needle really quick. So let me fix that really quick. Ugh, come on. Trying to. So what we're gonna do is just go la-di-da-di-da. Actually, let me clip that guy first. What am I gonna do? There goes. Come here. That's fine. Okay. So what we're going to do is just do a quick little fix by putting a fresh single little stitch guy in. I'll show you. Then we're gonna come back here. And we're gonna come up over in this guy. Loop it through. And then loop it over. And just put one happy little guy in there. Alright. So I fixed that because that was one square too far to the right. Boop-a-doo. Okay. Now we can do these guys. And it should, since this was like this lighter pink was the first color we did, enough of these stitches will be kind of over it, I think, that it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, it'll kind of tie it all down. Hey, Shelby Cat, how you doing? How's the dice making going? I haven't created the command yet. I'm gonna do that today. I wanted to take a look at stuff and then make sure I had the right link and everything. But I'll make that command today after I get off stream, probably. How's the dice making going? Did you get stuff sorted out? I know you're having some problems with at least one of them. Okay. Nice. Nice. I'm doing alright. Just trying to fill the space of my life. You know, not having any work. 50. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Ah. 2, 3, 1, 2. Nice. Glad you got it fixed. I can imagine there'd always be like little tweaks and stuff that can be done, you know, especially if you like change any of the like ingredients or anything that goes into it. You probably have to like do a little bit of trial and error each time. Like baking, which we have established I suck at, so. Oh lordy, my mother is calling. I'm not gonna answer. Swear, lady calls me every single day. Call her back when I'm either on break or done streaming. I don't think she hates it, but she doesn't like it. I believe her response when she saw me, what was it, like, I think for my son's graduation or one of the other times, was like, it looks, it was something along the lines of like, it looks styled at least, or something like that, like some sort of like backhanded compliment as usual. It wasn't an oh my god I love it or ew what did you do, but it was definitely not like glowing. So let's go 5 on this one. Man, I can't count today. Thanks! I think it's cute too. And it's not hot as butt. So. We're gonna go here, here, here. Yeah, but she would never like it shorter than like shoulder length. And it has to be styled. I can't have it up in a pony. Like, there's just too many rules for her to actually give a compliment. And honestly, it's not the meanest thing she said to me, so, you know. We tend to butt heads because I'm not the girly girl she wanted. You know, she wanted a girl that would, like, go shopping for clothes and, like, to do her hair and nails. And I'm like, yeah, no. Nah. Yep. Yup. What you got going on over there, Shelby? Just kind of working on the dice, hanging out. Hopefully a relaxing day. What color to paint? Like the numbers, I guess. Okay, yeah. Silver. I don't know. I'm sure you'll pick the perfect color, though. So your dice always come out beautiful. I thought I had a possible contract in the works, but that fell through, of course. So, still at square zero. It was a year-over-year contract at like Carnival Corporate, so like the cruise line, but their corporate stuff. And yeah, it would have been a pretty good position, fully remote, all that good stuff. But they want somebody who lives in Miami, and that is not me. I am 4 hours north. And that is not a commutable distance. Yeah, so they told me this morning about that. I was like, alright, well, fine. Maybe it's not fully remote like they originally were thinking it was going to be. Because when I spoke to the recruiter, he was saying it was remote, but that they wanted somebody who might be able to come into the office like once a month. And I was like, well, I could do once a month, you know, I'm just up in Orlando. It's a train ride down, you know, it's like a 4-hour train ride, but it's still something I could do. You know, so I was like, you know, that's doable if it's just once a month or whatever. And then he messaged me back today. He's like, no, they actually want somebody in Miami. I was like, well, screw you too. Fine. We're aiming today for 134 stitches minimum. So we'll see. Right now we are at 50 stitches. Okay. Those are those two and those two. Check, check, check. Yes, I would love to see a picture. I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. Uh-oh. Did my stream freeze? Yeah, I think it froze. So you can hear me, but the image is frozen. What is going on with my camera? Why did my camera do that? Let me see the pictures real quick. Ooh. Ooh, those are fun. I like it. I like the kind of bronzy with the blue. Really pretty. I see what you're saying by it might need something. Let me try something real quick with my camera. Let me try something really, really quick. No, it's like my camera's frozen. Yeah, so like my camera is completely frozen. Oh boy. Okay, that one's not frozen. Oh, no, hold on. Same camera. Troubleshooting. See what's going on. Ooh, copper bronze might look really nice. Yeah. To like tie in those little speckles. I feel like either that or like a navy blue might look good to like really make them pop. Alright, I cannot get my camera to turn back on now. Oh boy. Something's going on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try that. Hold on. I've tried deactivating it and then reactivating it. Let me see if I just unplug it and plug it back in. Ooh, I think it's this one. This is the first time it's done this since I've been started streaming again. HD web camera. Activate. Ayo, we're back. There we go. Okay, it's back up. I don't know what happened. It just was like, I quit. Dumb camera. It's an old camera, so actually both of them are. I think this one is older than the other one. But they're probably both at least like 8 years old, I'd say at least. 2018 maybe? Maybe even older than that. Alright, so we're back up now for now. Oh no, it looks like it froze. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. I was like, no, it froze again. It didn't. It just hiccuped for a split second when I happened to be looking. Damn technology. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I think the bronze might look really, really nice. It'll like tie it together with the little speckles inside. I asked my son the other night what his favorite color was, and he was like, royal blue. I was like, oh, royal blue, not just blue anymore. He's like, no, no, no. And I was like, is it because there's a lot of blues? He's like, yeah. Because I've asked him before, I'm like, what color was it? And he's like, blue. I'm like, was it like light blue or dark blue or bright blue or like a sky blue? And he's like, oh, you know, if he needs help finding something. So he started giving more specific descriptions. He also decided he would like to have for his birthday a Sonic themed birthday party. And I was like, that is doable, but I'm gonna need to I need some more information. Like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And he's like, Sonic. No. Like, do you want to play games? Do you want to have like a costume party? Do you want to have a dance party? Like, I'm gonna need more, buddy. And he's like, oh, Sonic. And I'm like, I get that. He's like, we'll wear costumes. Okay, you're getting somewhere. You're getting further. So we'll see. And then he's like going into like who he's gonna invite. I'm like, can we figure out what we're doing first before you start giving me a invitation list? His birthday isn't until October, to be clear. So we got a while. He's leaning towards doing something kind of like what he wanted to do last year and we didn't end up doing, but basically playing No Thank You Evil, which is, you know, Cypher System Light kid version, and having it Sonic themed. Last year it was going to be Marvel themed, so the kids were going to create their own like Marvel superheroes, and I had a whole scenario picked out for them to run, and then they wound up just having fun playing with cars. So I was like, I'm not going to stress it. If they're having fun playing with Hot Wheels, I am not going to tear them away from it. Yeah, he's been really, really, really into to Sonic and whatnot lately because my husband got a GameCube and a Dreamcast. The GameCube, I don't think he's fully set up yet. But the Dreamcast, they have been playing on almost every day, playing Sonic Adventures. Something or other. I think it's just Sonic Adventures. Ooh, Sonic Adventures. And then my husband told him that once he beats Sonic Adventures, they can play Sonic Adventures 2. I was like, okay, you guys, that's your thing. So much Sonic information. He was telling me this morning about how Sonic got his powers. At like 7 o'clock in the morning, of course. And did you know that Eggman had an egg, and it had power, and then Sonic touched the egg, and then it broke, and then he took the power. Ba 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 ba. I'm like, oh, okay, did you eat your Pop-Tarts? Oh, ad break getting ready to start. Just FYI. So. Yeah, he's so into Sonic right now. I like Knuckles, he likes Sonic, Dad likes Tails. Alright, be right back with the ads. Alright, ads should be done. Welcome back. Hopefully they weren't too annoying. Probably just that soccer one again that has the battery, whatever. The dude with the battery in his leg. The football. Okie. Right now we're at 79 stitches. We're aiming for 134. Yeah, 134. I was like, yeah, what are we aiming for? Oh goodness, my mom. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Yeah, he's got karate tonight, and then he'll probably come home and be like, "Can I play Sonic? Can I play Sonic?" Like, buddy, you gotta, like, I don't know, eat, take a shower. His current obsession with the shower is like playing music while he's in the shower, but it's the same. It's a playlist I made on YouTube, and it's the same, like, you know, there's only like, I think there's 10 songs on it or whatever, but he's only ever in the shower long enough to listen to the first like 3. So it's just the same 3 songs he hears pretty much every night when he's taking a shower, and I can hear him in there singing. It's pretty hilarious. Yeah, really jam in the shower. But I'll tell him, like, okay, I'm gonna start your music. Or rather, tell me when you want me to start the music, because he's very particular. It's like, wait till I get into the shower. And I'm like, oh my gosh, fine. So he'll climb, you know, turn the water on, and then he gets in, and then make sure it's the right temperature, and then he yells, okay, start the music! I'm like, all right. And then I can hear him in there singing while he's, you know, taking a shower. Also, it's always in the same order, the songs, because he doesn't want me to shuffle them. So it starts with Shell Shocked by, is it Wiz Khalifa? It's from the Ninja Turtles, one of the Ninja Turtle movies. And then I think it's the Knuckles Sings a Song. And then not Immortals, that one got moved. I don't remember. I think it's Unstoppable, maybe, by The Script. I know that's on there. Alright, we are sitting at 92 stitches! Woohoo! 134 is the daily goal. Obviously more is better, but we're just going for 134 to start. Probably take a break when I hit 134, so... Let's see what time it is, if I feel like doing more, or, you know, stopping there, or whatever. And I think I am gonna try the, it's called Gobsmacked. It's a challenge on baselayer something, I think .com, that Cookcrafter told me about. but you have to paint a miniature and take some photos of it and stuff to submit it. And I've got, where'd my little guys go? Oh, I've got this one. Bring the light up so you can see it. This guy, a little archer goblin, or I've got this one, has a little dagger. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I just don't know what I really want to do with it yet. And I think July like 28th or something is the end of the competition, so I've got a little time to figure out what I want to do with the goblin. El Gabo. They're Reaper miniatures. They came in like a 3-pack forever ago. But yeah, I was like, maybe I'll give it a shot. Let's just see. And I think because it's not voted on, like, it's not a voted one, it's a random drawing, I have a chance of winning. Because if it's like one that people vote on it, you know, it's just going to end up being like a popularity one probably, which is a bummer. But there's another one on there that I was looking at that they have right now called like Denizens of the Dungeon, I think. And you have to paint miniatures that would be found like in a dungeon. And I was like, that seems kind of fun. But that one has a little bit stricter guidelines. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll read on the guidelines a little more before I decide if I'm gonna like tackle these. That one does have a longer timeline. I think it's not due till the end of middle of August, maybe? No, end of August, I think it is. So I got time. But I need to see if I can meet the requirements and what I would like to do. Because I think you have to take some specific photos of it as well, like before painting and after painting, and there's like stricter guidelines, and I don't know if I have the stuff for those said guidelines, like if it requires certain paints or certain techniques that I have never done. I don't know. So we'll see. But I might do it. I don't know. Yeah, I painted a bunch of these guys last week. So I painted him and him. So this guy, he's called the Warden. He's from the board game Lobotomy, and I don't remember this guy's name, but I painted him. And then a whole bunch of these little dudes that are just spooky guys in straight jackets. I've been calling them straight jackets and shamblers because I don't know what else to call them. So I painted a bunch of those last week. You can see the bucket. And it's not even all of them. I still have all of these to paint of shamblers and the straight jackets. And I found, because I was looking for the goblins, I found my Zinch army that's all like painted up. These are the first ones I ever did. Whatever these guys are called. I don't even remember. I thought I had 3 of them. Oh, I do. He just fell over. So there's that one. And then there's that one. and then that guy. And they were fun to paint. Those were the first ones I painted. And then I've got like all of the little, these guys. I don't remember any of their names. But they're painted like a rainbow. Here goes Dragon. He's not part of it. So I got and I got these little ones. His arm fell off, so we'll just put it over here. This other hand. This poor dude's everything broke off. I think he got dropped. But yeah, so there's like that whole army. They're all painted, but this guy's, both his hands broke off. Because I think he got dropped. The tail broke here, I think. Or no, that's where it was glued. But yeah, those are all my guys I painted. And then I got a bunch like in progress. They were really fun to do because I did like the rainbow. And then I have this one. I think, yeah, this one's done. I did like a kind of like a snow leopard. And then one of the other ones that's the same type level guy. I don't know what you call it. I was working on doing as like a snow tiger. And I got one of these guys. There's two others of these that I haven't finished. So. Ooh. Yeah, that was how I was like, I haven't painted a mini in like years. I want to paint a mini. And then, of course, I painted all the little lobotomy dudes. And I was like, oh, I do miss doing this. But I also don't have, like, a need for them. So it's, like, really, like, frustrating because I'm not motivated by anything. Like, I don't have a specific use case. So I'm like, I have no idea what to paint them. I might also go poking around on Thingiverse or My Mini and see if there's any miniatures or if my husband has any that like really speak to me, maybe for that the Denizens of the Dungeon one. Yeah, I bought those goblins, and I got the third one. I think he's over on my bookshelf. When I take a break, I'll grab him. But the other one I modified for like a Christmas thing, so I made him Christmas themed. Actually, let me see if he's up there. I'm kind of short, so hold on. Let me see. Okay, so this was my first ever attempt at like modifying a miniature. And it was for a Christmas theme. So I had the 3-pack of the Reaper's miniatures, and I think he was holding like either a bow or a sword. I added a little bit of clay to that, and then added the package. These are it's a piece of like fishing line or something with perler beads like smushed on it and melted to make what look like Christmas lights. So yeah. My little angry Grinch looking guy that I made. So yeah, that was forever ago. So he came like one of these guys. I think he had something similar to this in his hand, and I squished clay around it and made it work. I used either like air dry, or I had like a 2-part green stuff, the green stuff clay. I might have had a little bit of that from a kit or something. Or not a kit, but when I was teaching the class. I think they gave out some samples of it. Alright, after that R, I'm at 111 out of 134. So, probably just finish the word Ranger, and then maybe take a break. Should put us at least close to the 134 goal for the day. Ranger. Hey Shelby, you said you're gonna play games with your husband tonight? Minecraft, nice. Do you guys have like your own server, or do you have like a friend server? Nice. That's fun. I wish my husband played Minecraft. He doesn't like it, though. He'll set up a server for me if I wanted. For me and my friends or whatever. But he does not want to play Minecraft. I'm like, okay, I'll play by myself. We both like video games, but we like very different video games. He has been playing through the Trails of something. I don't remember. He's on like the 5th one. I think 5th one. Let me see. Hang on. Steam. If I look on his Steam, I know. Franz. What's his name? This guy. The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon is the one he's playing. But all the Legend of Heroes games, he really likes that style. Yeah, he's played 76 hours of the game. I think so. Sort of like, let me see. It's what's it listed as on the store? Visit store. That's fine. RPG. Oh god. So loud. Stop. RPG, action, adventure, JRPG, action RPG 3D. I don't know. I just know that that's the kind he likes. He's played all the other ones that are, I think there's a bunch in the series. The Legends of Heroes. Yeah. He likes more tactical stuff too. Like a lot of turn-based stuff and very tactical-ish, like the XCOM and what does he call it? The one that's, I can't remember what it's called. Bravely Default. He really liked that one, and Bravely Default 2. So he plays a lot of those. We both like Pokemon. So that is one franchise that we both like to play. But that's one of the very few ones I think we both like. He got into 7 Days to Die. We were playing that with some people. But more than that one, he got really into the oh geez, what's it called? The one with the cannibals. The Forest, yes. My brain was like, not The Island, and I know The Suns is the second one, but yeah, The Forest. And then Raft. He liked those ones. But I think because we were playing with like a group of people. Like, he liked 7 Days, but he didn't love it. And I think he only liked it because we were playing with like a group of people. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with Raft. Because there used to be me, him, and two or three other guys that we played with. And me and 2 other people were streaming all at the same time. So we were like co-streaming and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And we did that like every Friday for a while. Pre-kid. Yeah, I like crafting and survival. I'm like, I can live with it or without it. It doesn't bother me too much. But I do like crafting and like sim type games. So like Stardew Valley, the 7 Days to Die, Minecraft, all those games I do enjoy. I like just building stuff, to be honest. Like, if I ever boot up 7 Days now, it's literally just to, like, putter around, and I always play in, like, the God, because I play by myself, so I play in, like, God mode, and I always give myself, like, all the weapons and just go, like, hunting zombies, or I just sit there and, like, build something ridiculous to, like, kill time. Yeah, and he's like, why do you play it if you don't have, like, a goal? I'm like, I don't have to have a goal. I can just sit here and, like, shoot zombies and be happy. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard to, like, understand. Like, I like to just shoot zombies. Boom, boom. Also, I'm a scaredy cat. I get scared really easy when I play games by myself. Alright, after this, we are at 141. So many jump scares. Yeah. When they bust out of the closets or whatever. Yeah, true. Okay. I have completed 141 stitches. The goal was 134. Sorry, I'm trying to find my OBS again. OBS. There it is. There we go. Ooh, I like that color you added to him, Shelby. I just saw. Yeah, that looks good. The coppery bronzy color. Nice. Looking good. Whoops. I'm back, and I made the command. So, exclamation point fight ice will get you the information for the charity auction that will be going live July 24th. Our friend Shelby Cat here in the chat is going to be providing some dice. She also provided some last time in March for the event back in March, where they raised, what was it, 70... Hold on. It's on this thing. 17,000 for legal and mutual aid. So they're aiming to raise some more money to help those in need. And if you've got the platform for it, feel free to share out the link. Spread the word. Let's see if we can hit their goal of 17,000 again or more. Maybe we can help them get more out there. So, all right. Thank you, Shelby. I'm back. My little vacuum downstairs is being finicky. It's like, it keeps telling me the filter's clogged, but I'm like, the filter's not clogged. I just put it like a fresh one in. Why are you being like this? So I swapped in a new one and I cleaned it out a little bit. Of course. Welcome in, Mrs. Reef. How have you been? There's also, let's see if I can do this one-handed. And there's some of the dice. You can see some of the work Shelby's done. Also can support her, as well as see other pieces that she has available. So, yeah, of course. Let's see, we're going to be going right here. Oh, how you doing, Mrs. Reef? It's been a minute since I've seen you. How's it going? Are you on call today, or are you off the phones for a day? Because I know you said you do it, I think, twice a week. Oh, that's right, you were traveling. Nice. Yeah. We even got some celebrities donating this time. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Once it's, I'll keep an eye on the page. Once it's live, I'll update the links and stuff to call it out. But yeah. Ew, that is a lot of driving. That is too much driving. Yeah. As somebody who drives, it takes about 6 to 8 minutes to get to my son's daycare, and I do that 4 days a week. You know, picking him up. I don't drop him off. My husband drops him off. I pick him up. 4 days a week. He picks him up the 5th day to take him to karate, like on his way home. And then one day I take him to karate, which is like 15 minutes away. And then you add in maybe like a trip to Sam's Club, so that's 15 minutes each way. And sometimes I bundle that in with picking up my son. Yeah. No. 5 different states. That's a lot. But then again, I have a friend who lives on the border between Missouri and Kansas. She lives basically Kansas City. And it's not that far to get to like 2 other states. You know, so right there is like 4 states within a couple hours, which blows my mind because I'm in the middle of Florida and it takes 6 hours just to get out of the state. For me. See, that just sounds bonkers. Probably because I've only lived in Florida, and I've only lived, for the most part, in Central Florida. So, I've never known, like, even living close to another state. Y'all are weird out there. 35 minutes to another state. Psh, nonsense. I think most of the time I've traveled to other states, I've always been in like the middle of the other state, or kind of traveled through the state, like Texas or California, you know, the big states. $20 by foot and 3 hours by car. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this string off real quick. It's getting shorter, and I don't want to fight with it. I don't have to fight with it, so. Oh, it's like, where did my scissors go? Snip. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I did finish the DM. Hold on, let me grab this thread and then I'll show you. I finished it last week. Let's see. DM. Cleric. Yeah, so I finished the DM last week. Or over the weekend, maybe. Might have been over the weekend. But yeah. So that one's done. And we started the Ranger. So yeah, Dungeon Master I was working on before this one. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I finished Cleric before that. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I buzzed through that one pretty quick. Even though it's I think one of the bigger ones. This one's pretty, I say small. They're all about the same size, but this one only has just under 4,000 stitches, whereas the DM one had like 5,700. Just the way it was, the patterns laid out. So this one's going a lot quicker because it is a little bit of a smaller number of stitches. Like I'm already 35% through with it, with just these two colors so far. Thanks, Shelby. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen him, Shelby, but I did, I've got a barbarian. I've got the Dungeon Master one. I've got Artificer. I've got one of the bards. I have to do another bard still. It's got a different color palette. This one's the Dampier Rogue. He's basically our HR person. And then Cleric. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Yeah, I know there's a lot of different setups people use for doing the like spinning stuff. I do not spin, so I don't know any technicalities for how it would work, but yep. It's cool. I like watching it. I also like watching when they do the like, I have no idea what it's called, and I'm probably gonna call it the wrong thing, but where they take the like needly looking wheel and they put like the fibers on it. I don't know what that is. Like before they do the spinning part. Is that what it's called? Spindle? Yeah, they make basically like the giant like sheet, which they then kind of like stringy it out. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's cool to watch. I like watching things like that. But yeah. Oh, blending board. That sounds right. Yeah, that thing. That's fun to watch. Very mesmerizing. Spin. To be fair, most of fiber arts are very, very mesmerizing to watch. The spindle is the long needle thing from Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, with like the big wheel and the pedal on it or whatever, right? I don't know if you guys have ever watched anybody do tatting, where they make the lace. That is super cool. Like to me, knitting and crocheting is like black magic, but tatting is like a whole different category. Tatting and other lace making is just like blows my mind. It's so cool to watch. It's so pretty and like delicate and everything. And I'm like, man, that would be cool to learn. But I also don't know if I have the patience.
I still see your shadow trace every line across this place. Time moved on, but not my heart.
I can make a knot. That's all I can do with crochet or, well, I've never tried knitting. I've only tried crocheting, and all I can make is a beautiful knot or a worm. I can make a worm or spaghetti. Oh yeah, I do read. I'm currently still reading Iron Flame. I'm at like 76%, I think. And then I finished Paladin's Faith audiobook, and I started The Wise Man's Fear. I'm going to be doing that one for a while, though, because that is a 42-hour audiobook. But I've been wanting to get it done, so I'm getting it done. What's the recommendation? Oh, I love Legends and Lattes. There's a second one too. That I did the audiobooks for both of them. Yes, Legends Lattes is so cute. It's cozy. Yeah, that was a fun little read, or listen to, I guess, because I did the audiobook for that one. Very good. I'm trying to think what the second one. There's a second one in it, because there's 2 or 3 bookends and something, I think it is. Let's see. Legends and lattes. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I haven't done that one yet. Bookshops and Bone Dust is the other one. Is one of them. Brigands and Bread Knives is the second one. Oh, I think when I did it, yeah. Yes, it was very good. I think the other one, the Bone Dust, was it Bookends and Bone Dust, hadn't come out yet when I was reading the Legends and Lattes one. So I think it's just on my to be read. Of course. Although I swear I did 2 of them. Mercy, we're going. Okay, no, I didn't read that one. The first one. If you haven't done I really enjoyed the, oh my goodness, words. Like Apprentice. Yeah. You're right, Cook. And I haven't done the other 2 because I think the Bookshops and Bone Dust hadn't quite come out yet when I did Legends and Lattes or something, or I couldn't get my hands on it, so I haven't actually done them. I think I did another one that's similar but not by the same author. What was the series I was thinking of though? The Apprentice to the Villain. I think that's the first one. Apprentice. I can't spell apprentice. To the Villain. What's it? That's the second one. What's the first one? Okay, Assistant to the Villain. Apprentice to the Villain. Accomplice to the Villain. I really enjoyed those. And then Adversary to the Villain, I think, comes out in August, I want to say. Yeah, it's supposed to come out in August this year. And that's the 4th one. But I enjoyed those a lot. Um, 50. Hang on. What number are you? 40. 40. 50, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yep, I think that's right. And then, of course, the Paladins Saint of Steel series that I just finished I really liked those too. They're I'd say light romance. You know, like there's lots of romantic tension and stuff, but not a lot of like the smut. And then just the kind of cute stories, and I don't know, I just really like the world that they have with the clock towers and all of those. Yep. I loaded Libby onto my son's tablet and showed him how he can get to like magazines and stuff, because he does like looking at like Lego magazine and all this, which he gets, but there's so many magazines out there. Yes. Yeah, ours has, we've got Libby, Hoopla, and Canopy. And Canopy is more like audiovisual, so it's, movies. I think movies and TV shows. I haven't really used Canopy much, just because the 1 or 2 times I tried to get it working, it was a little buggy on my device. I don't know if it was just, I didn't do something right or whatever. But yeah, we have all of those. I love Libby. Libby and Hoopla. Like, I wish our library did. I know some libraries do. They'll put at the bottom of your, like, receipt when you check out books, like, how much you've saved by using the library that year. I don't know if you've seen that, but, I can imagine mine would be quite a bit, because of all the audiobooks I've gone through, and then all the, I check out books and stuff, and my son, I mean, he checks out 10 to 15 books at a time, every week or two. Yeah. And that's not including all the, like, classes they offer, and other resources they have, like, big fan of libraries. Big fan. I was a library kid growing up, though. I always would, like, ride my bike. Nice. Yeah. I don't usually print mine out, but it doesn't, like, the last few times I checked, they didn't have it. I was, aw, so sad. But yeah, in the summers, I would ride my bike over and spend, half the day hanging around the library, do the kids' activities. Yeah. In elementary and middle school, it was close enough I could, like, ride my bike to. It was, especially because my mom's rule for a long time was that we couldn't cross. So there was a main road called Jensen Beach Boulevard, and the rule was we couldn't cross Jensen Beach Boulevard. So anything on our side of it, on the north side of it, was basically fair game. And the library was a little ways down, but it was still on the same side of that road. We didn't have to cross it, so we could go there. That was one of the allowed places. And then I think it was high school, they built a new library, and they built it further down, but by that time I could drive, so it wasn't really an issue anymore. So I lucked out. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the next time I visit the library now because my son fell asleep on his library books and accidentally wet the bed on, on two of the library books. I tried to clean them, but I think they're gonna have me replace them, which I get, I understand. But I'm like, oh man, buddy. So, and his account is tied to my account. So, yeah. I mean, he has his own library card, but it's basically tied to my account. Yeah. Poor kid. It happens. I mean, he's 5. In fairness, in his defense, I can count on my hand the number of times he's like wet the bed. So it just happened to be one of those nights where he just crashed. I was like, no, all over the library books. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was more mad that my husband, I had asked him to... I had grabbed his laundry. I threw all his laundry in, and then I was like cleaning the kitchen, and I was like cooking breakfast and stuff because I had my book club girls coming over, and we were gonna do waffles and brunch stuff. So I was getting that all ready, and he came downstairs, and I was like, "Hey, when you get a moment, can you go ahead and throw his sheets in?" And I didn't know the books were up there. And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it in a little bit." And then, of course, he didn't do it. And so, like, 4 or 5 hours later, I went to check, and I was like, damn it, you didn't put them in. You know, I was pretty ticked off because I asked him to do it. And that's when I found the books that had been sitting in a puddle of pee for, like, 5 hours. I was like, if you'd stripped the bed when I asked you to, you might have found these, and we could have maybe salvaged them. But, yeah. It's fine. Just grr. The best. Yes. Yeah, and he was like, why are you so mad? I'm like, because if you'd checked 4 or 5 hours, he's like, it wouldn't have made a difference. I'm like, they wouldn't have been sitting just absorbing all the pee. They would have, you could have wiped them off, and maybe they wouldn't be like saturated. Might have just been the covers instead of the covers and, you know, half the book. And then of course he was like, well, he shouldn't be sleeping with books in his bed. I'm like, he is 5. Like, he just fell asleep with them in his bed. I'm not gonna be mad at the kid for having an accident. It's an accident. Right? Exactly. I mean, most mornings when I wake him up, there's like 4 books in his bed. I don't know how he sleeps because most of them have the, you know, they're like the board books for kids or whatever. He does not, actually. I don't even know the last time he fell asleep on the couch. He should, though. Ow. Poked my finger. Yeah. If I didn't clean the books out every morning and or night before I put them back to bed, they would accumulate, and he'd be sleeping on like a mountain of books. And happy as a clam about it too. I don't know, the one I was surprised about, the one day I went in and he was sleeping on like Legos. He'd taken some kind of Lego toy up and fell asleep and rolled over and like crushed it. And so it was like all the individual pieces. And I was like, buddy, why are you sleeping on Legos? I'm mildly concerned for your health. Yeah, we have to keep reminding him, because the last few days when we put him to bed, he's like, can I read a book? I'm like, yes. And then he'll be like, he'll poke his head out, and he's like, I finished that book. Can I read another book? I'm like, yes. You do not have to ask to read more books. You can stay up reading books as late as you want, with the condition being that you cannot complain in the morning if you're tired. So, I know, right? Like, sleep with your head turned like 1 inch too far and you wake up, you know, in pain. Oh, yeah, I have heard of that. I want to start doing that. He wasn't quite reading yet this last Christmas, so it wouldn't have made much. Like, he was just starting, and then in like January, February is when he really like picked up the pace on reading. So I think this year at Christmas Eve I want to do that, where we exchange books with each other, and I mean, who doesn't love chocolate? But every year for Christmas, what I have been trying to do is give him, like, he doesn't get a ton of stuff. You know, he gets a couple toys, and then I usually give him a couple of things of clothes. You know, like, socks or whatever, a board game or two, and then a couple of books. So that's usually what we've been doing, from at least, you know, from our side, is he gets a couple of those, some things he needs, some things he wants. And then, you know, books and games. So. Okay. Hey, you know, if it works, it works. My son loves chocolate, so he would pick something chocolatey. My husband is a chocolate person. I like all sweets, chocolate and otherwise. I'm probably the most junk foodie person in the house. This year we're doing Christmas with my family? Is it my family this year? I can't remember. We alternate between Christmas and Thanksgiving. Aw, that's good. Yeah, we've done the thing where it's not like a big deal, Santa. You know, he brings like one or two small things. So, you know, so last year he brought, what do we have him? I think a board game. Oh, no, it was one of the things he really wanted, like a Batman thing. I don't know, some Batman toy. And then a book. See, I think we do, depending on who it's with. So when we do like Thanksgiving with my family, we also do Christmas then. But when we do Thanksgiving with his family, we don't do Christmas usually until like New Year's or something, or a later time. If that makes sense. So that's why I have to figure out who we're doing which one with, because if we're doing Thanksgiving with my family, then we're also doing Christmas at the same time to just one and done. Get it all done. Yeah. Yeah, I know the last 2 years or whatever, when I did stuff like for my husband, I had my son help pick it out. And then what we always have him do is I use the big, I don't have one right handy, but the big white sheets of like presentation paper that you use for like, you know, boardroom meetings, where you can just, you know, write on it. It's giant sheets of white paper. Use that to wrap the gift. And then I have him decorate the wrapping paper. So he'll write the name. I have him help, you know, write the name of the person, and then like he helps decorate with markers and stickers and stuff. So he gets to participate in the gift giving. And I can have him decorate it before I put it on, or I can have him wrap it and then... Oh, there you go. Yeah, butcher paper. I got a bunch of these. I don't even know where I got them from. Honestly, the big pads of paper. I still have a couple lounging around. But I acquired them at some point in time. And I found that they're good because the sheets are a pretty good size for wrapping paper. So I don't even have to cut it half the time, or I don't have to cut it much. Yeah, I think we're doing Christmas with my family this year. Maybe. I'll have to look at the calendar and figure out, or look at my photos and figure out who we were with last year. But I have a feeling we were with my in-laws for Christmas. Because I think it was chaotic. So my mother-in-law has a longtime boyfriend. They've been together for like 20 years. And he has 2 kids. And his daughter has 4 kids, 3 girls and a boy. And his son has 1 kid and 1 stepkid. And then my sister-in-law has a kid now. And then we have our kids. So there's like just a bunch of kids running around being chaotic and loud and, you know, having a good time. Which is what I'm used to. I grew up with my family has a huge, I have like 20 cousins. And so at Christmas we had more. So my mom's parents divorced, and my grandma remarried this guy Iggy, and he had 11 kids, I think. Not all of them live in Florida, but several of them did, and one of them, hello Angry Papa Pug, welcome in. But several of his kids lived in Florida, and they would come to the Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that. And one of them had 7 kids, and one of them had 6 kids. And then my aunt has 4 kids. My mom had 2, me and my brother. My other aunt had 2, my other aunt had 2. So it was a huge group. Welcome, welcome, angry Papa Pig. Papa Pig, how are you? Papa Pug. Oh my gosh, I can speak, I swear. I swear I can speak. How are you today? What's happening? One of 8 kids. Wow. Yeah, my mom's one of 6. Man. Yeah, so I have a big family. I'm used to it. I did date a guy who he had 1 sibling. His parents were both only children, so they didn't have any cousins. They didn't have any aunts or uncles or anything. So their Christmas, it was like 6 of us, I think, because it was like me and him, his brother and his brother's wife, and then his mom and dad. Yeah, so there's like 6 or 7 of us. It was so small, and I was like, this is so weird. Like, I don't understand. It's so quiet. What do you guys do? And he's like, yeah, we sit around and we eat, and then we go outside and we have like a little bonfire. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, they pulled out for their Thanksgiving. They pulled out not even a turkey. It was like just a chicken, like a little rotisserie chicken. And I was like, it's so small. Why is it so small? I guess when you're only feeding 6 people, though, you don't need 30 pounds of meat. I always wanted to have a twin. I thought that would be fun. I just have my brother, who's 2 years younger than me. Mrs. Huz has like 1 sister who's married with 2 kids. And stuff is 75 people deep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, my the guy who I dated that had the small family, one of the first holidays he came over, I was like, let me warn you, I have a big family, and I'm not joking, we go through like a whole roll of solo cups. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know, the solo cups that come in like a pack of like 70? He's like, yeah. I was like, we use a whole roll. That's how many people will be there. And he's like, no. And then he got there, he's like, holy mackerel. That is a lot of people. What the hell is a dessert table? Yes. That's awesome. But also, who doesn't have a dessert table? As they should. No, it shouldn't. Even if there's only like 6 or 8 people, you need to have at least 2 desserts. Yep, I get it. I think the weirdest part for me is going to a small family gathering when it's quiet. Yep, that's my family. Very welcome in, come on in. They're not Italian, but they are loud. And there's a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy that I dated that had the small family, thankfully he was very extroverted and outgoing, so it was fine. And my cousins all seemed to really like him. They were fools, but no. Um, but yeah, it was definitely like different going between the small family and the big families. And my husband has he's got a smaller family, and like in terms of like just general his family, but then like I said, his mom's boyfriend has 2 kids. They've got a bunch of kids. His family is large, and we've gone over there a couple times. They're a big Cuban family, so we've got like 30 people, like a giant smoked pig. It's a larger gathering. But only for 8, so super doable. Yeah. It is. Mm-hmm. A single pumpkin pie. It's amazing. That sounds like ours, angry papa. My family had all the kids of, I mean, the oldest kid, but between the oldest and the youngest was probably like 16 or 17 years of the cousins. So there was like different groups. Hang on, I'm gonna snooze this. So yeah, we had like different groups that were, like I was in kind of the middle group where we were playing Pokemon, and we all had our like Nintendo Game Boys, and we'd sit around trading Pokemon cards and all that. Woohoo! That is. Yeah. I mean, my brother's 2 years younger than me, but his daughter is turning 13 this year, and my son is turning 5 this year, or 6 this year. Sorry, 5. So different things, happens when it happens. Kid was 5 and it was his 40th. Ooh, he waited a while. Food is a great way to show you care about people. Aw. That's good, Miss Reef. I have never been a chef, but I do like the meat sweats. But I do like to cook. I mean, if you don't get the meat sweats, did you even eat enough brisket? I've tried to get my son into baking. Or not baking, but just cooking in general, like all of that, and he's zero interest in it. Unfortunately, at least for now. I'm still holding out hope. Yeah, give him a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so we do have a garden area out back. I have tried several times to plant things and to make them grow. And I am a certified plant murderer. I cannot keep plants alive for anything. So we do not have a garden. We have a garden space that's currently overgrown with weeds and full of lizards that the dog chases. But I mean, like, we built this whole, like, raised bed. We put in, like, special, Rough Stout method. No, I haven't. We put in special sprinklers. Like, I dug up and reran the sprinkler system. So it's got its own sprinkler system, whatever. And, yeah, still murderize everything. We put down actual, like, soil for the plants we put in. I mean, the last time we attempted to grow stuff was probably, like, 8 years ago. Did I check the nutrients? No. I put down the bags that they told me to at the plant store. We had, what did grow really well was mint. Some mint got out there from one of our other plants. We put a little sprig of it out, and it went bonkers and exploded. The mint and the jalapenos. Nothing else thrived or even really survived. Just heads up, a ad is going to start in about 30 seconds. So just heads up, guys. For those that unfortunately have to sit through ads. No worries, Shelby. Thanks for chopping in and chatting with us. Have a great afternoon. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the finished dice, and I will keep posting about your stuff. Have a good one. And the ad is about to start. Just FYI. Oops. I think gardening is an art for sure, and I don't have it. I'll stick with the fiber arts. Check the official last freeze date. Right? Triple 19. That's like nearly 60. Just weed it real good when Ray. Sprinkle the triple, rake it in real good. Sounds good, Miss Reef, if you can hear me. Just waiting for the ad to finish. 45 seconds. All right, you guys should be back from the ads. So you're saying just to weed it and then do it really good. Not require constant covering. Now, see, I live in Florida where it's blazing hot, incredibly humid all the time. So I also don't want to go outside and garden. Guys, I don't have the knack for it despite several times trying. Yep. Okay. That's cool. Oh no, that's so sad, Angry Papa. Yeah, so my neighbor back in December, next door, he moved. He sold his house and moved. And before he left, he had some plants sitting outside and he's like, "Hey, I wanted to give you this plant." I'm like, "That's a bad idea. Like, I don't think you understand how bad I am with plants." It was an orchid. And he's like, no, it's fine. All you gotta do is, like, put an ice cube in it once a week. And I was like, okay, I will put an ice cube in it once a week. I did that. I put an ice cube in it once a week. It did not survive. Maybe my ice cubes are bad. I don't know. Maybe I did it on the wrong day. Maybe I didn't, like, pray to the gods. I don't know. But, yeah. I told him, like, if you send it home with me, it's going to die. Richard, I promise. Like, I know you mean well. What is going on back here? No. Okay, it's just a little thread. But I will unfortunately not be able to keep this thing alive. So, yeah, it died. Dang. I was so mad. We had these tomato plants and they grew really, really well. This was like the first year I think we tried doing it. First time we tried doing them. And the tomato plants grew really, really well. They were great. They were gorgeous. We had tons of little flowers. And then the tomatoes started coming in and they were, I kid you not, like this big. Like blueberry sized. And I was like, what is this bullshit tomato that we're getting? And we would get like 3 of them would be ripe at a time. It wasn't even like we'd get 50 of them that you could do something with. It was like 2 or 3. I was so mad. And then our jalapeno plant was like falling over with jalapenos. I could not cook them fast enough. I was giving them away like in little Ziploc baggies to people. I'm like, do you like jalapenos? Here, have a bag full. In, I think it was I want to say 8th grade, I did agriculture class or agriculture club. And we planted beans. Like we had to plant beans and we had to plant something else and then everything else we could pick on our little plots we were given. And my beans grew like crazy. Nothing else grew. Oh no! Killed your apple and peach trees? That's sad. Woof. No, that is so sad. It's just like, no matter how hard you try, it's still like, and you know, it's not your fault. It's just, crap happens. That's cool. Yeah, that's really awesome. Like to be able to take it from garden to plate. Oh my gosh, he's so picky. He eats chicken nuggets. I mean, he's 5.5, so he eats chicken nuggets. He eats pizza. He eats quesadillas, macaroni and cheese. He does eat hummus. He likes hummus and like pita chips and naan. So, you know, it's like all over the place. Because they have a slightly sour... Oh, interesting. I didn't even know you could eat begonias. I love creme brulee, though. Num num num. It's one of my favorite desserts. But yeah, he's pretty picky. We try to get him to try new things. He'll eat spaghetti. I do a lot of the when I make like a oh man. Right? Kids are so weird. What I'll do is when I make like his quesadillas usually, or when I do spaghetti and stuff, I use the easy peasy veggies sprinkle stuff that you can sprinkle on to add veggies and on all that. And he takes like a daily vitamin and stuff, so he's not like, you know, depleting his nutrients, but yeah. Yeah. Kids. It's not the right green. Yeah. See, me and my husband, so I have ADHD. My husband has diagnosed with mild autism and ADHD. And then my son also has ADHD. So I get it, man. Texture issues. Yep. Like, my husband hates French toast. Like, it just gives him all the ick. I love French toast. But then my husband really, really likes all the, like, wet, I don't even know what to call them, but, like, I call them the wet salads. So, like, potato salad, pasta salad, what do you call, egg salad, like, all those weird salad things. I don't like any of them. Except coleslaw. I will eat coleslaw. But I do like deviled eggs. But yeah, and he loves all of those. And I'm like, no. Cold, wet salad. He hates eggs. Eats nuggets, but only if you make them. Yep. I'm right there with your husband, man. I like salad dressing, so like on salads. That doesn't bother me. But I call them the wet salads. Nope. They oh. Why are you blocking that? No, you can allow that. That's fine. Be picky with sweets, the more nutrient. Yeah, same. Like I said, I use the easy peasy, was it veggie and fruit stuff that you just sprinkle it into the food and it mixes in and you're good to go. So I'll sprinkle a layer of that on his quesadilla or add it into his pasta mix. He has no idea. Took one bite and was like, it's not very good. Oh, you could have tried harder. Yep, that sounds like my son. Checks out. We love a small opinionated person, don't we? It's like, wow, you have a lot of opinions in that little body of yours. Especially for someone who only recently started wiping their own butt. Aww. Yeah. I used to babysit a kid who I made, because I worked, one of my first jobs was at a ice cream store. And so I would make milkshakes and all that. And when I would babysit him, if he was allowed to, I'd make a milkshake for him. And after that, he refused to drink milkshakes his mom made. He would only drink the ones I made. And then the same with like when I made mac and cheese, even though the only thing I did different was I added, and this is just like the, Kraft mac and cheese. I added, I like basically reversed the amounts for the butter and the milk. So I add a little bit more butter and a little less milk. And he like refused to eat her mac and cheese. And I was like, oh, okay, I can make mac and cheese while I'm here and you can have it for the week, and portioned it out. She's like, thank you. I can't get him to eat anything else. So, kids, man. Kids are the best. They had, so my son came in the other day and they had this was last Thursday, I think. They had a power outage at the school. So we all got texts to pick up the kids early. And so I went and picked them up a little bit early from school or from daycare. And we come home, we're, hanging out, and he looks at me, he goes, oh, so, the power went out at school and everybody was running, and he's saying it like the typical 90s teenager with the little head snaps and the sass, right? He's like, the power went out and all the kids were like screaming and they were so scared. And then I just sat there and I went, no, that's not scary at all. I was like, cool story, bro. You want to play some Dreamcast? So, oh yeah, he is the best. Yeah, oh my goodness. Today, Jacob didn't want to take a nap, so, Mrs. Renee told him that if he didn't take a nap, he wouldn't get one of the shiny erasers on Friday. Like, ooh, tell me more. Yeah, scandalous. Gotta love kids' drama. He's got a girlfriend. So, too. Apparently, the kids were complaining about how hot it was going to be at my son's. It sounds like you're going to have a bad time. My dad has a generator. Oh, yeah. I took, so I have a Nissan Pathfinder. And my husband has a Tesla, so he's got an electric car. And with the price of gas, me not being in employed and all that, I took his car the other day. And so I pulled up, I go in to pick him up, and he comes over, he's like, "You're not Dad." And I was like, "No, I'm Mom." He's like, "Why did you drive Dad's car today?" It's like, "Because gas is expensive?" Like, wow, get in the car. Oh, yeah. We are, we actually have, Angry Papa, we have a, because we're in Florida, so of course we get hurricanes, but we're in the middle of the state, so they're not as bad most of the time as on the coast. But we've got a pretty big, solar system, and then we also have, battery backup for the whole house. So technically, if the power goes out and it's nighttime, we have, I think, between like 6 and 8 hours of reserve power before we have to really start doing all that. Yeah, the snow issues. Mm-hmm. Y'all with snow. No, we got tons of sun. And like on a good month, our total electric bill is like $35 because it's the fees and the there's like a couple fees and taxes that we have to pay, but we're usually generating in the like January till I'd say March and April-ish, we generate enough that we actually like store up credits, and then yeah, once the summer hits, we usually have to starts dipping into the credits, and then usually by the end of summer, so like August, July and August, we start paying a little bit, and then by the end of the year, it like restores, like kind of evens back out again. But yeah, no, ours is good. Well, it was smaller. We upgraded it last year or the year before. I think it was the year before, actually, because we both were working from home, all that. Oh yeah, new windows are expensive. We did that one of the first years we moved in here. We've been in this house. We just hit 11 years in this house. And that was one of the things we did very early on, is got new windows, because they were really... Yep. I think it cost us about $42 for the windows after everything was said and done. But we looked at it, because we had only been in the house like a year or two, as like an investment, and it paying that was able to remove the PMI on our loan. So it's one of those things that like kind of evened out. Yep. But we also went for pretty pricey windows, because we got the high impact windows, so we don't have to put up shutters or anything if a hurricane is coming for us. Ugh, yeah. Man, yep. Yeah, our house was built in 1992, I think. 91 or 92. Dang. Oof, 1899, yeah. That's, it's got a few ghosts, right? I imagine any house has ghosts, but... I found some stuff, let me tell you. I believe it. You probably have a a basement, don't you? We don't have basements here in Florida. That's like a foreign concept to me. That's cool. Yeah, I wish our house had more character, but it's in a good neighborhood. It's a pretty quiet neighborhood, and it's you know, it's a good size. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, or 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath technically. And we're on I think just shy of a 1/4 acre. Either just shy or just over, I can't remember.
Neon homes behind closed eyes. Shadows breathe along the walls. Every thought arrives in pieces, soft impact, then it falls.
Alright, we are sitting at 322 stitches at the moment. Whoop whoop. Look at that. Looking good. And 40% complete with this. 1.8 acres. The more wood paneling. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We have... Alright, we are going to, let's see, it's 4 o'clock almost. Where did the time go? Sorry, I'm trying to separate threads. I'm gonna go just a little bit longer. I've got 124 stitches left of this color. I don't think I can finish them too quickly. Hey, I know how to use a 3D printer. What kind of 3D printing stuff are you looking for? Like, we've printed car parts for people. I've printed shelves stuff. 3D custom shoe last. I'd have to ask my husband about it. He does more of the modeling. So between my husband and I, he does more of the modeling stuff. I do more of the the cleanup and the assembling. I have a more steady hand for that kind of stuff, but he's better with the technology. Ah, okay. Gotcha. If you live in a place with a pretty good library, they might have a makerspace and or know of one as well. I know our library has a makerspace that you can go and learn all that, or you can just use the printers to print things out for a fee. But then they also have classes to teach how to do it. Yep. Or they know people who have the printers and stuff. But yeah. Huh. Maybe the time it takes to model it is the only thing I could think of. I'd have to look at the model for it. Yeah, that's the other thing, is what the material is. They may be making it from something that would be Angry Papa, if you're on a device that can look it up, look at thingiverse.com. If they have it on there, you can kind of get an idea of what it takes. Yeah. Exactly. Thingiverse is great. I think my husband might be printing out right now we played a game over the weekend called Flamecraft, and I really wanted like a tray insert for the board game, so we found one on Thingiverse and he was printing it out. Yeah, if it's just PETG, it shouldn't be. Yeah, it was fun. It was more complicated than I thought it would be. It was the first time we played it. I liked it. It was definitely a little bit more complicated than I expected, I think. But I did enjoy it. My husband played it, and my son played half of it. Well, I think too, keep in mind right now, if they're selling them, if shipping is included in that sale, shipping is stupid expensive right now. I made these little trays for a friend of mine, and I went to ship them, and it was going to be like $80 to ship them. So it could be that they're really cheap to make, but the shipping might be what's eating into it. If it's a weird size, you have to use a bigger box or whatever. In two pieces, like, really slide it out of the shoe. Yeah. Yeah, I was so mad. I made her she wanted these little trays for like grocery cart trays that you kind of prop up and it holds your phone, and it's got a little tray and a cup holder and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, that's super, super easy. And I was like, oh yeah, I could easily print those. It'll cost like, I think we figured it was going to cost like $13 to print 2 of them. And then I got them all printed out, cleaned up, put together, glued up, put them in the box, and then I got to the mail center to ship them, and the lady's like, "Oh, it's gonna be like $83 and like 67 cents." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what? What do you mean it's gonna be like $83? Like, I gave you the box. You're not charging me for a box, are you?" She's like, "No, that's just how much it's gonna cost." And I was like, oh boy. So I messaged my friend. I'm like, hey, I'm assuming you don't want me to send these right now because it's gonna cost this much. And she's like, no. Yeah. That is the good thing about... So we have here at my house, because nerds, we have we have technically 2 resin printers, though only one is set up and active. We've got one... Oh, thanks for the follow! Have a great afternoon. Thank you for hanging out and chatting. Have a good one, and we'll see you around sometime. But yeah, we have 2 resin printers, 2 filament printers. They're both Precias. One is a multi-head that has 5 heads. The other only has 1. It's the Precia Mini 3.2.0, 3.0, something like that. And then 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have the forge, a laser cutter, a CNC machine. We have an induction forge and a gas forge. A little smelter. I sent a wood dice tray I built to the US from Canada and shipping was less than 30. What? Dang. See, that's not bad, yeah. Because I mean, the box I was sending it in wasn't huge. But she said because it's not a standard size and all that stuff that it was going to be like $80. And it's sending it within the United States from Florida to Kansas. Yeah, I know that there were, Mrs. Reef, I know there was a bunch of people that I followed that when all the tariffs started hitting, they were like, hey, if you live in the US, we won't send to you right now. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. So dumb. Yeah. Have fun with the doggo! I was gonna try, I might just get through a little bit more and then bonk off, because I do have to, like, do some dishes and stuff. Although I don't have to cook dinner because we're just having leftovers. Woohoo! I love making a big tray of food. I made a big old tray of ziti last night, so we're having leftovers of that tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Pet the doggo. Have a great rest of your day if I don't catch you. I will probably try to go to like this line here and then call it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more columns. Whatever that gets me. Better yet, I'll do the columns like this part right here, because they actually ends at this line. So I'll just finish this like piece part, whatever. I can words. I swear I can words. Alright. Up to... And then I'll call it a day. So... Because I have been live for a little over 3 hours. I did take a break. Actually, I took 2 breaks, I think. Yeah, I think if I stream tomorrow, I might actually try to stream some miniature painting. I was thinking... I've got to prime, like, these little guys if I'm going to do them. They're the little goblins for the gobsmacked doodad. But, I'd have to see if my setup will work with it right now. I don't know if it's quite good enough. I do have another camera. It's got, like, a microscope style camera that I think is what I used to use, instead of this one here. So I may see if I can swap that one in. I don't know if it'll be better or not. Maybe I'll play with it tonight and see what I can figure out. Do do do. So Tuesday nights we normally play our mothership game, but I think tonight we're actually not. So maybe I'll see if my husband and son will play a game with me. I was asking on Sunday, I'm like, do you want to play a board game? Doesn't have to be a board game. My son's like, stop asking. I don't want to play a game. I'm playing Dreamcast. I was like, okay, fine. You gotta sing it. I was like, okay, fine. he was getting annoyed with me. Ghost Stories. I haven't heard of that one. Let me jot that down. Do I have scratch paper somewhere? Ghost Stories. Yeah, we played Flamecraft. He enjoyed it, I think, but I think it's just a little too long for him. And I made a list of games to like look at when I'm in when I'm at Gen Con at the end of the month to check out. So Outfoxed. So there's Outfoxed, Kids I can't remember. Something Zombie Kids Zombie Evolution, I think. My First Carcassonne, and there's another one that I can't remember. Are 4 that I found that I wanted to look at. So I'll add Ghost Stories to my list to check out. I'm trying to find ones that are in... They don't have to necessarily be co-op. He does like co-op, though. But I need ones that are a little bit challenging for about 7 to 8-year-olds, but time-wise are shorter. So, like, in the 20 to 30-minute range, I think, is what I'm trying to find games for him. Because that seems to be about the sweet spot for his attention span. But because he can read and everything, I mean, we can go for, like, Flamecraft, I think, is for up to 10 years old. I think is the recommended age. Or that was maybe the recommended age online, but the box is, like, a little higher. Something like that. So, Race to the Treasure is pretty basic. Basically, you draw tiles, you have to collect keys on your way to collect the treasure before the ogres get... Okay! Mark that down. Because he likes Little Alchemists. He likes Race to the Raft, which is with cats. He likes I Found It. He has My First Treasure Hunt that he enjoys, but he also likes Captain Pepe's, which is co-op. That one's really fun. If you don't have that one, I highly recommend that one. It's really good. And it's a legacy style, so you get to unlock stuff. Same with Little Alchemists. It's technically a legacy, and it levels up from 1 to 7. We have not leveled up yet because he mostly gets level 1. But I think he needs to play a couple more times to really, really grasp it before we bump it to the next harder level, because there's a little bit more deduction in the next level. It kind of is co-op at the first level, but not true co-op. it's only co-op at the very end. So you're all like working to get the most money and all that stuff. But at the very end, there's a co-op piece where you get to figure out what the potions are. But it does have a lot of replayability because it uses an app that goes with it. Oops. That randomizes the potions. So that's really nice. I got this column and then 2 more, and I'll be calling it a day. If there's anybody streaming that you would like to recommend, feel free to drop their name in the chat, and I'll take a peek at what they're streaming. In case I don't have anybody, because I don't know off the top of my head if anybody is streaming. Ooh, I think the air conditioning just turned on. It feels good. Oh, yeah, go live. And I'll raid you. I don't know that anybody will be coming with me, but I'll raid you. Yeah. Awesome. Do you know what you're going to be working on today? Are you going to be finishing the doll? Because I think you said you just have like shoes to make. Doll clothes. Nice. Cool. Yeah, he gets it up. Oh, I get that. Mine crashed. Early on in my stream, it just like totally froze up. I had to go and unplug it and plug it back in. I wonder if OBS had like an update that's like making things be weird. Yeah, mine was being really buggy earlier. My camera, it just like totally froze. I tried turning it off and on. I finally had to just fully unplug it and then plug it back in, and it reset its little brain. Yay! Have an awesome stream. I'll come raid you when I'm done. And check out your doll clothes you're making. Yay! And anybody else who's here, make sure you go give Mrs. Reef a follow, as well as Cook Crafter also streams. So they're 2 awesome folks. Yeah, I'm starting to feel the 3.5 hours as well, so it's probably good I'm wrapping up. Maybe I'll putz with my cameras and stuff tonight and see if I can get a good setup for doing miniature painting. That would be fun. One, 2, 3. All right, last column, and then we will be calling it for the day. But pretty good stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Anybody who's lurking, I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. And, yeah. We were aiming for 134 stitches, and I will have done just 396. So I think we hit the goal. Just a little bit. Which is good, because then that brings tomorrow's goal down even lower. Wahaha. Wahaha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we'll be almost done with this color. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta do one more, I think. Yeah. Alright, last column. Last one. Best one! And that leaves us with 51 of this color left, so looking good, looking good. And we're sitting at 41.99% complete. So just shy of 42%. Still really good though. I think we were at 40% when we started. Give or take. Right? No. Had to be lower than that. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, 32%. Sorry. Dismiss. Okay. I'm not letting ads run because I'm about to sign off. Ooh, excuse me. So, thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, this, we're gonna go raid Mrs. Reef if she's live. Hopefully she's up and running. We'll go raid her, show her some love. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Stay dry, stay cool. If you're in the southern hemisphere, stay warm. Yep. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. And I will see you back tomorrow at some point, probably. And like I said, I might try a setup to do some miniature streaming. Miniature painting, sorry. I am going to be maybe attempting to do the Gobsmacked competition on base layer. I need to look more at the things, but if I do, I'll be painting one of these little goblins. So that's the goal. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and start swapping everything over so that I can give a raid over to Mrs. Reef. Make sure she's up before I go. Yep, she's up doing some pictures and crafting. So she has been working on a doll. And I think today she said she's going to be working on the clothes for the doll. Also, you probably can't hear me because of the music. So I think she's going to be working on the clothes for the doll. So let's go ahead and raid her. Show some love. And, what did I say? Let's see. Alright, so she's doing crochet. And start raid. And okay. Cool. So, go on over there, show her some love, behave yourselves, have a great rest of your day, and I will chat with you tomorrow.